Okay, first day of shoulder pads on, still not full pads. Obviously it's good for us as coaches. It's kind of the next step, going from just helmets before we get to full pads. So it was good to see. It'll be a good film to see. We did a lot of inside run stuff, a lot of stuff with the offensive, defensive lines. So it'll be good to go back and see the film and really make an evaluation after we see all that.
And how the offense respond after yesterday? Today?
Well, they seem to take care of the football better. Obviously, that was their number one concern after yesterday, especially the quarterback. So it seems like we did a better job of that.
How did the quarterbacks look today?
I don't know that anything stood out from practice. We'll go back and watch the film and see.
How's Dion looked?
Good. Yeah, he's looked really good back there. He's looked very comfortable back there. Playing the deep third and playing the deep half. Obviously, he's not done that for a long time. So it's been good to see. He's in a really good place in general about his game and improving his game from last year.
Was that a hard decision?
No. We just looked at it, and we're in a different scheme than we were before. We've added some more linebackers and some more depth there, so it really was not.
Michael Hutchings was running with the ones for a bit in practice today. Where is he in terms of what you were expecting? Is he ahead of what you thought he'd be development-wise this early in fall camp, having not been here for spring?
Well, I wouldn't say he's ahead of where we expect him to be because we have really high standards for all of our guys coming in. But Michael's done a great job in preparation, much like many of our guys over the last couple of years that have come in here, those elite freshmen that take the game very serious. He's obviously coached extremely well in high school also, and so he's just kind of come in and jump in and looks like a veteran in there.
How about at the cornerback spot? Is anyone making a push to be included as a starter in that group?
Well, I feel like I said yesterday, I feel like they're all flashing at times, making plays, breaking on plays. A big thing's going to be when we put on pads is tackling out there as balls get to the perimeter, like so many do in this conference.
Are there any second-team offensive linemen, any young guys that are pushing for that starting spot?
Well, I think first off, the two freshmen have done a good job coming in, and Khalil and Nico, both very different style players, but they've really both of them have very good football awareness. They've jumped in there. You've heard me say it before. A lot of times freshmen come in here that aren't mid-year guys and they can't even line up. The first couple of days, and so those guys have jumped in there. We've done a lot of threes the last 2 days, especially to get those guys some reps.
How did Jordan Simmons look today? Getting a chance.
Yeah, I think Jordan is getting more comfortable in there. He's very strong, very powerful player when he knows what he's doing, and like any young guy, that takes some time. He's lost a lot of weight. He really has completely changed his body over the last year, so he's a very exciting prospect.
The ability to force turnovers, how much did that weigh into, Clancy being here, your decision to go with him?
Well, I think that he does attack. He does cause people issues. We've played him over the years. I think that we have some guys in the right position now to make some plays with some good ball skills. And I expect us to be really aggressive like we will be and give offensive problems. And obviously that creates havoc, which a lot of times creates turnovers.
How's Morgan Breslin been doing at linebacker, standing up now?
Yeah, I think it's been a good move for Morgan and Devon. Those are really natural positions for them. I think Morgan's added about 12 pounds in the offseason. And, once again, no matter what we seem to be in, dress of the day, Morgan continues to make plays. He's just a natural football player. That's why he had so many sacks in junior college and why he had so many sacks last year for us.
A lot of talk about those guys on the outside. What kind of camps are Hayes and Lamar having?
Well, Hayes didn't practice today. He'll be back tomorrow. I think Lamar, arguably would have been MVP of spring for us and has taken off. He just has a completely different look about him. Very professional look. He's coming to work, ready to get better, very focused on playing really well. And I don't think that he was pleased with his performance so far since he's been here. I think this is really more normal what happens with guys. It takes 2 years to really get everything going, especially when you come from ways away, and he seems to really be doing that. I expect him to have a really good camp.
The quarterbacks have talked about the defense flying around. What have you seen from that side? What have you seen and what are they doing? Is it just a matter of things being more simple?
No, I think it's really more difficult as far as Clancy really changes his packages and involves multiple players on defense. And even though he has really good rules to kind of make it simple so that they can play really fast, he does cause you a lot of problems. And the coverages really adjust. They're not static coverages. They have a lot of rules built into them, where you double, where your help is, and so it can be very confusing for a quarterback.
Are you going to have to change anything with the Pac-12's new safety policy, like when the season starts? Is that going to affect you at all?
As far as practice, no. And really, I don't think that practice policy, as we sat down as coaches and athletic directors, I don't think that's really going to change anybody. I think maybe on the surface it seems like it does, but for the most part, we were already doing everything in there, and really all the schools were. You know, as head coaches, you're protecting your players. You know, you're not trying to hit your players all the time during the season and beat them up. So I think even though it looks like we're kind of jumping ahead of everybody in college football for the most part, we were really already doing it. It's just on paper now.
Where is Darius Rogers now, as you view him as a number 3 receiver? How's he fitting in? How's he impressing you?
Yeah, it's too early to say, you know, with not being in full pads yet, who a number 3 would be. But Darius has performed really well every day. Kind of made a significant play every day, and really excited about how he looks out there and his attitude towards playing really well.
How about Andre Walker?
Yeah, Andre came out today, unfortunately. Wasn't able to finish practice, but has been, like Andre, has shown some flashes here the first couple of days. Andre's whole deal, and really our whole deal up front, is going to be when we put on real full pads and play like we expect up there. And so it'll be a couple days from now.
You've shown a penchant for letting the position battles kind of go to the end. Is it because people aren't stepping up and taking them, or do you like to sort of let them compete all the way up until the end for the position battles?
Well, I think you want to have competition as long as you can, and really keep a lot of people involved in that for your team chemistry. You know, but at some point, you know, you want to get rhythm of the same guys in there, and so we try to balance that. You know, keeping the competition alive, but also get to a point where we make sure that the guys that are playing with the guys are in there.
Is there any way you go into the season with splitting time at quarterbacks if one guy doesn't step up and take it?
I would never say never. We haven't done that before, but we'll see.
Catch any of the Cowboys last night?
I did not.